ISL Week 3 Rewind. We start with a couple of midweek games. Let's start in St. Petersburg, Al Lang Stadium, the Rowdies and the Railhawks. Second half, Mike Palacio finding Brian Shriver. Familiar combination, those two played together last year in Fort Lauderdale. Nice goal for the Railhawks, Shriver and Palacio combining. Just 4 minutes later,
he's got bodies in the box, played the back post. Antonio get a damn shot, goal! Tsuyoshi Yoshitake! And we're tied at 1.
Great call, Mike Pepper. This game would end 1-1. You see the Rowdies fans getting into it in St. Petersburg. The Rowdies had 22 shots, though. Great game by Ray Burse. He had 8 saves. Now to the island of Puerto Rico. The Islanders coming off just 2 days rest for this clash with FC Edmonton. Nice opportunity comes down the left side. Shot on goal, save. Second save of the game for Richard Martin. Set piece opportunity in the second half for the Islanders. Jared Von Schack sails it high. Over the crossbar, best chance gone for the Islanders. This was a scoreless tie. Let's stay on the island of Puerto Rico for weekend action. Islanders and the Carolina Railhawks. Handball in the box in the 27th minute gives the Islanders a chance to draw first blood. David Foley faces his old teammate Ray Burse. He beats him. Burse guesses wrong. Second goal of the season for Foley. It's 1-0 Puerto Rico at this point. Just minutes later, Jonathan Fania finds Richard Martinez, takes a slight deflection, past Burse, 2-0 going into halftime. Nice finish by Richard Martinez there. On to the second half we go. Carolina on the attack. Cross here, falls to Brian Shriver. Richard Martin unable to clear the ball. Shriver puts the ball across the face of goal. Oh no, that looked like it was going wide. Tapped in. Own goal by Jay Needham. Very unfortunate there, but just minutes later, Fania again finding Nicholas Adlery. That's Adlery's third goal of the season. Fania's second assist. The Islanders take the full 3 points. They stay atop the league standings. To Atlanta we go, Silverbacks Park. Atlanta hosting the Tampa Bay Rowdies. First half, Matt Clare, wide. Best chance for the Rowdies in the first half. One more chance here in the first half. Atlanta missing wide. Looks like Athenella had that far post covered anyway. Second half we go, 70th minute. Yoshitake splitting the defense.
Now that one over the middle, dangerous chance, and the goal is scored.
Gail Antonia, back post. He had just come off the bench a few minutes earlier with his first goal of the season. Yoshitake and Antonia combining, and Antonia coming back to haunt his former team, the Atlanta Silverbacks.
Another chance for the Silverbacks. Paulini launches it forward. Navia cutting in. He has a chance. The header and the goal. The equalizer for Navia.
Navia with a finish. Maybe Tampa's defense should have done a little bit better there, but great finish by Navia. This game finishes as a 1-1 draw. Again, Tampa Bay out shooting their opposition as they did midweek against Carolina, but only coming away with a 1-1 draw. To Hero Stadium in San Antonio we go. Over 10,000 in attendance for this one. Fort Lauderdale visiting the Scorpions. 32nd minute, Walter Restrepo. Nice layoff for Andy Herron. What a goal from a tight angle. Beats Pat Hannigan. One of the best goals of the season to this point. Herron's second on the season. Fort Lauderdale leads 1-0, but just minutes later, first goal in franchise history for the Scorpions. Glazer can't come up with that shot from Dennison. Campos puts it in, 1-1. First goal, historic in franchise history. Pablo Campos is the goal scorer. Let's go to the second half. Restrepo again lays the ball off nicely for Herron. Herron beats Hannigan, well placed. Scorpions defense has opened up there. Chance for Fort Lauderdale will put it away. Restrepo on a breakaway. Hannigan comes way off his line. Great save there. Game is still alive at 2-1. And then
the ball on the striker side of the field. Here comes Ramirez looking for some help. Across the middle. Hans Dennison with the shot and goal. Hans Dennison scores at the 91st minute, and he takes a seat in the Texas Gallery Furniture section. That is a fantastic view of what San Antonio soccer is all about in 2012, folks.
And this one ends in a tie, 2-2. Fort Lauderdale missing an opportunity to close the gap on first place, Puerto Rico. On to Clark Stadium in Edmonton we go. Both teams coming into this match without having scored a goal in the 2012 season. But that would change quickly. We're in the 5th minute. Yashir Pinto. Nice ball for Sean Seiko. Seiko cuts through the Minnesota defense, puts it far post, beats Matt Van Oekel. It's 1-0 Edmonton at this point. Look at Seiko. Nice touch. Great finish. Great poise. Just minutes later, Lucas Rodriguez brought down in the box by Kevin Hachi, the last man back. Hachi is sent off. Edmonton reduced to 10 men, and Neil Lavity will take the penalty. Beats Misevich, who actually gets right. Well placed by Lavity. Lavity did not miss a penalty in 2011 and missed his only attempt earlier this season. Some redemption for him. Before the 20th minute, we had another goal. Misevich spills the ball, and Kyle Altman, the Stars captain, comes in and finishes that chance. Altman, nice finish for him. That's his first goal of the season. Altman would be sent off in the 29th minute, evening it out at 10v10 for an open second half. And in the second half, Sean Seiko, nice free kick, finds Paul Hamilton back post. He beats Van Oekel. It's now tied at 2. Long free kick from Seiko comes in there. Hamilton loses his marker, evens it up at 2. But we're not done yet, folks. Here is another goal for FC Edmonton. Yashir Pinto finds Kyle Porter at the back post, beats Van Oekel. It's 3-2 Edmonton at this point. Cristiano Diaz, you see, calling for offsides, but it's not offsides. But Minnesota would even it back up. Nice layoff from Amani Walker. Well done by Walker. Finding Takada. Takada beats Misevich. Laid off well. Takada far post. It's 3-3. We're into stoppage time. Long throw in. Devin Deldo, one of the shortest players on the field, gets up in the air, off the post, the game winner for Minnesota, 4-3 in a 7-goal thriller. Both teams finished with 10 men. Wide open game here, 10 shot attempts for the Stars, only 5 for Edmonton. Minnesota's first victory of the season, the defending NASL champs now on 5 points. Here are your NASL standings through week 3, Puerto Rico leading the way at 10 points. FC Edmonton still sitting at the bottom with 1 point. And that's it for the NASL Weekly Rewind. We'll catch you next week.